Today I'm going to do a quick review of my Delta rolling folding miter saw stand. Right now I have my Craftsman miter saw mounted to this. I've done several reviews on the Craftsman saw, so I'm not going to speak to it, but really just the stand and go over the features that it has. And I got it at Lowe's for around $160. From what I can tell, it's the same stand as the rigid stand, but it's about $50 cheaper, so I figured save 50 bucks and then save 50 bucks. One of my main disappointments just right off the bat with this saw is that I cannot find additional mounts. The mounts clip to the tubular rails that are right here, and you can twist and unlock it to slide it, and then there's little levers, for life of me, I can't remember. So you can unlock it, position the saw, and then you can even lift the saw off and move the saw or put a different saw on. The reason I'm disappointed with the rails is, or the mounts, is I can't buy a second set. I think this stand would be great for a planer and for my thickness planer. And to be able to mount my thickness planer to this, put it on, use it for a stand would be great. It took me quite a bit of adjustment to get the tension right on this so the saw doesn't slide during transit. It is in a trailer, so it's very rough on it. One of the things that I really liked at first, but the more I use this stand I'm not a huge fan of, is the way the arms extend. There's a paddle lever here that you should be able to see. When you release, it springs and holds it tight. And then whenever you push it in, it frees it up to move. The reason I don't really like this now that I've used it is it makes, with this spring tensioning thing, it makes it hard to really get a precise positive stop. Your positive stops are here, they slide up and then just screw in place with the knob. And what I found is whenever I'm trying to hold a tape measure from my blade, and adjust this, I have not enough hands and too many things to do. On the other stands I've used, it just unlocks and free slides, and then you lock it back down. I do like that better for that. So what I figured out what to do is I'll cut my first piece how I want it, and then position it here, and then just move the stop until it bumps between the saw blade and the positive stop. I am going to get the fast cap best fit system for this now that they make a universal mount that'll work on this or any other miter stand pretty much, and that will solve that problem. The height adjustment is pretty good. Again, you unscrew this knob, it goes up and down. I have found that whenever the arm's all the way out, you get a little bit of sag, so you have to adjust it up, and then whenever you pull it back in, it'll kind of throw off a little bit. That's just one of the things that's there. As far as the quality of the stand goes, it's going to last. It's not going to fall apart on you or anything like that. It's pretty well built. Like anything, you just got to put it together out of the box. It went together pretty quick, a little bit quicker than my gravity rise stand for my table saw. The Bosch gravity rise stand for a miter saw was about 100 bucks more. And based on the quality of my table saw stand, I can bet you it's a better stand overall. So if you have the extra funds, that's the way to go. It folds up with just this little lever right here. It's very easy to do. I really like it. You just put your foot right there and then lift up, and it locks in place. Sometimes you got to give it a little push to lock it in place. But this is its profile all folded up. Very good. It fits in my trailer. I've got it bungeed in place. You can kind of see inside the trailer where I do keep that. What else? There's a little tray here that I'm not really sure what's for. Maybe a notepad measurement, something like that. I haven't used it. It's just kind of there. Yeah, that's really all there is to say about the stand. I actually really like it. I mean, I mentioned the negatives first because you hardly ever hear those on reviews on YouTube. The wheels are pretty good. I think they're going to hold up. The paint hasn't got too scratched up. I've been using this for about 3 months pretty heavily. I've done exterior trim and a full office building worth of baseboard and doors, things like that, worth of trim. With the stand, I really like it. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of it by any means. And I think once I add that best fence system from FastCap, which is another $400, but will definitely, this stand is rugged enough and high quality enough to be able to add that accessory and not feel like my stand isn't very good. So that's it for the stand. Kind of a quick and dirty review. You can get it at Lowe's, or you can get the different colored version of it at Home Depot. I don't think it makes a hill beans worth the difference, honestly. I like the blue and black personally, so pick what color you want. That's how most things work these days. Definitely a huge back saver for loading it into the back of a truck or in the trailer. So that's my review of the Delta folding miter saw stand. It's a gravity rise type stand. It's pretty well built. It's going to hold up. There's a few changes that I would have done differently after using it for a while, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. One last thing is you can mount the saw facing the other way if it's easier for you. I had it that way for a while, and it was just easier to get in my trailer, the way my trailer's set up, by flipping it around. But it honestly doesn't matter one way or the other. So if Delta would just release more brackets that you could buy, then this would be a great stand that I'd be really happy with, because then I can mount my planer on it and use it to plane boards. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to be doing some more tool reviews on other tools that I have that I keep in my job site trailer. So stay tuned.